This is a video to help you with your homework and how to access your homework for this week, the week of September 8th. So I'm going to minimize my screen. So in addition to spelling, we have 20 spelling words that the students are going to master, and that spelling test will take place either on Friday or on Monday. We're going to find out how the students are. If they feel pretty comfortable to take the test on Friday, then we'll do that. If we need an additional day, then we'll take it Monday of next week. So that is spelling. That is going to be when students, I read the word out loud, I give it into a sentence, they handwrite it on paper, and then they take a picture of that paper and either upload it into Canvas or they email it to me so that I can grade it. That's the spelling test. For vocabulary, we're learning about Greek and Latin root words, and for that, students need to understand the words. It's not about spelling. So they will have vocabulary homework that they will work on for the entire week that will be due on Friday. And after they've submitted their work and we've reviewed those words, I will be giving a vocabulary quiz that will take place in Google Forms. And that is where the students will then check to see that they understand these words. So now I'm going to go over the vocabulary homework. What you can see in front of you is the homework that's been shared with all of the students. Unit 1, Just Add Water vocabulary homework. On the front page, it tells you that it's due this Friday. So what I'm going to do is to make a copy of this, because I would make copies of homework for each child. Digitally, the students will have to make a copy by clicking on File, Make a Copy of the entire presentation. Then, instead of saying copy of, they can write their name in front of it. So this will be Rises, Unit 1, Just Add Water vocabulary, and then hit OK. Now they have their own personal copy that they can write in and alter and then share with me to get credit that they've completed their work. So now that I have my new copy open, now I want to show you what it looks like. I'm going to go into present mode. In present mode, I can see things a little bigger. I can see there are 10 specific vocabulary words, and of those 10 vocabulary words, each one of them has where their root is, what the meaning is, and its origin. It also tells you whether it's a verb, adjective, or noun, and it uses it in a sentence as well as giving you a definition. This is the first place to start, reading the words so that they understand what do the words mean. Then the next thing that they should work on is sentence completion. They're using words from a list to fit them correctly into the sentences. In order to do this, you must escape from present mode and you must insert a text box. So here's where I'm going to create a box where I'm going to write my answer in. So if the sentence was, the boats were bobbing up and down in the word I'm going to use is marina. Now, if I find that I don't like where it is positioned, I can wait and hover over it until I see my crosshair that looks like two lines crossing each other, and I can move it up until it fits perfectly on the line and I am happy with where it is located. And then I can do the same for the next one. Create another text box. The blank was filled with colorful fish and coral. Again, make myself a text box, begin typing the word inside of it, and once I'm ready, I can then move it up to make it fit perfectly. So the students are going to start with sentence completion. I expect that in day 1, today's homework, students can read through the definitions, work on sentence completion, and it should be reasonable that they can even do the yes or no. For the yes or no, you're going to need shapes, and it makes it easiest if you pick a circle. This way, you read the sentence. Deserts are usually located in maritime regions. That would be incorrect. So I'm going to make a circle over the no. And again, I can move my crosshair until it fits perfectly. That is how they're going to complete the text box answers and then the circling answers. It's again reasonable for students to complete these first 3 slides today. On Wednesday, it would be reasonable to work on the choosing to activity. This is where you take a word like dehydrate and you look for 2 other words that would best explain or define the root word. So again, I would use a shape. I'm going to use a circle. Dehydrate means without water. So I'm going to use the word dry, and I'm also going to use the word arid. Those are the two words that I want to use that best show dehydrate. You would do the same for the remainder of those words. It is also reasonable on Wednesday for students to complete the analogies. The analogies are the hardest part of the vocabulary, so they may need assistance and they might ask you your opinion, but they need to feel comfortable about understanding word relationships. So when I look at number 1, water polo is related to aquatic. Well, I know aquatic has to do with water, and water polo is specifically a sport in the water. When I look at my choices, baseball to football, goalie to soccer, horse racing to equestrian, and water to swimming, I would think that the best relationship here that I could point out, again using my shape, is going to be horse racing to equestrian. Because horse racing is a sport, equestrian has to do specifically with horses, just like water polo is a sport that has to do specifically with water. That's a relationship. So again, on Wednesday, it would be reasonable to complete choose two as well as analogies. Then on Thursday, students will need to finish up. So they will finish the last activities. Time to explore is where you would put in a text box to think of other words that have HYDR in them. So for example, I could do a noun for that word could be hydrogen, or an adjective for that word, an adverb, and so forth. You do not have to fill every single one of these boxes up, but it's just sorting words and finding additional words to relate them to the pattern we're learning for this week. In your next one, it's applying what you know by now using these words in your thinking and in your writing. So again, I'm going to use a text box to put my answer here. How are aquifers and aqueducts alike, and how are they different? Again, you write your sentence here and then you line it up afterwards to make sure that it fits. Finally, you have the matching. The matching is completely optional, but if your student needed a little bit more time, or if you're a student right now watching this and you're thinking, I might need a little bit more practice before this test, I keep on confusing marine and marina and maritime, and I would really like another study guide. This is what you should be using to study with. You can take this page and you can print it specifically. So I can go to File, I can find the word Print, and I can print just slide number 9, and you can cut it apart and turn it into matching cards. Or you can make your own flashcards by using this information so that you can study. Once you are done with your work, you can then hit share and send it directly to my email so that I get evidence that your work is done for the week. Or you can choose to hit file and you can download this as a PDF and you can upload it on Canvas. Either way that I get it, I will count it as homework done for the week. It is not about how accurate your work is. It is about whether you completed your work, showing effort that you're going to do well at the end of the week on your vocabulary word test. I hope this video has helped you to understand what is the vocabulary homework, what's the spelling homework, and again, how do I complete the vocabulary homework using the tools, the text box, and the shapes.